Well, recently I interviewed Teddy Riley.
Shout out to Teddy Riley.
Legend,
of course.
Legend. Something interesting came out in that interview, which isn't out yet. So you know that Teddy Riley did Michael Jackson's Dangerous album.
I didn't even know that.
He produced the majority of that album.
Teddy Riley did a lot.
He did a lot. He goes back to the show. He did the show for Dougie Fresh.
Yeah, great producer.
Incredible producer.
Right.
So what happened was after Michael Jackson died, they started working on his first album, his first posthumous album called Michael. So what happened was they brought all these vocals to Teddy Riley. He started working on it. Apparently there was this Persian guy that was friends with Michael, and Michael was in his basement, recorded a whole bunch of tracks. Those tracks, were approved by Sony.
Right.
And Teddy was given basically the tracks in order to, the vocals to, produce everything and finish out and put out the album.
Right.
Did you ever meet Michael Jackson?
Never. I know Who Kid met him. I was mad I never met him.
Right.
Who Kid and this nigga Tony Bruv met him from London. I never met the nigga though. He's a legend, of course.
I'm mad I never met him.
I've been around. I was on tour with Janet.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't run up on
close.
her.
You got close.
I was there, right there. But shout out to Janet.
Okay. So this album comes out. Quincy Jones said those aren't Michael Jackson's vocals.
Oh, the album's out already?
It's been out.
Okay.
Quincy Jones said that's not Michael Jackson's vocals.
So what do you think? Quincy would know though.
Teddy Riley was like trying to argue with him and nah, you're old, you don't know, whatever. When I interviewed Teddy Riley and I asked him point blank, I said, are those Michael Jackson lyrics, vocals, real or fake? He said one song is real, the rest is fake. In August 2022, do you think that those were actually Michael's vocals or not?
If I tell you today,
right now,
I can tell you right now that no.
I talked to Darkchild, Rodney Jerkins, who was Michael Jackson's producer at the time that he died.
Definitely.
And did his last actual album.
I know who Rodney Jerkins. Come on, bro.
Right. Well, I'm just showing the Michael Jackson
Columbia,
connection. I called him up. I said, do you know about these vocals? He goes, yeah. He goes, they're real or fake? He goes, there's fake. He said, they brought him to me before the album came out, and I told him flat out, it was like 5 vocals, said these are all fake. What's the story with you and the hoagie shop in Queens?
Hoagie? What hoagie shop?
There's a hoagie shop that Gyro owned, and you would put G-Unit signs on the hoagie shop.
He did not own the hoagie. Who told you he owned that?
It was an interview you did. We talked about it.
Yeah. He didn't. It was their neighborhood. And what happened is we used to drive around and start trouble. So you remember when you heard me in the rap on Flex and I said, you could catch me in Hollis at the Hero Shop.
Hero Shop, yeah.
Hollis was like, they had this Hero Shop where, some Hero Shops is the shit where everybody go. You might get, chopped cheese and all that shit early back then. You know what I'm saying? They had the best sandwiches. So I used to go to the Hero Shop all the time. And I put my promo picture in there.
Okay.
Like I said, I never seen Irv Gotti on Jamaica Avenue. I never seen like Gyro. Gyro was, I went to his hood before, Woodhull. I've been there before, you know what I'm saying? But I never really seen him. You know what I'm saying? Black Child was more the street nigga. But like I said, like they wasn't really outside like how I was outside. And I don't like to talk about these Irv and them. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't, because that shit is old. Like, we flying the country still. We relevant. We running around. We doing shit. We at the Emmys. Shout out to everybody at the Emmys. Had a good time, man. Great time. Neo. You know what I mean? My man Joseph. You know him as Tommy in Power. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody that's at the Emmys. There was so many actors in there. I actually made the Hollywood Reporter. So I'm amped up. Yeah, okay. Tony Yayo said that. Shout out to Uncle Murder. They put him in there. You know what I mean? That's probably the first time a Brooklyn niggas in Hollywood Reporter besides Jay-Z. But shout out to Murder. You know what I'm saying? We breathe on Mona Lisa's now and shit like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you. I saw the pictures. One of my members on YouTube, Joaquim N.
Okay.
He pointed out that you actually have a bunch of songs with Boosie.
Yeah. Yo, you know what's crazy? Dudes down south gave me records quicker than like dudes in New York. Like there's a lot of rappers, I don't want to say their name, but they wouldn't give me the record. But if I call Boosie, records done the next day. Waka, records next day. Who else?
Gucci?
Who? Let me think. Gucci, man, record done next day. Yo Gotti, records done the next day. That's one thing I always appreciated about my boys from the South. Is like I used to get records faster than them than trying to get a record from, somebody in New York. You know how New York is. But I had records with Yo Gotti, Boosie. Come on, Too Short. Like, I get records faster. And these guys are like, you know, in they market, they're crushing it. Because you think about this, Vlad. For New York artists, how many markets we got?
New York, New Jersey, Connecticut,
Mm-hmm.
Philly.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much it.
Maybe upstate a little bit.
Yeah, Buffalo,
And then what? And then what does the down south artist have?
Baltimore, DC, and everything else.
Go ahead, keep going. Keep going.
Florida,
Keep going.
Georgia,
Go ahead,
Louisiana,
Keep going. So you gotta remember G-Unit.
Mississippi.
Yeah, G-Unit is a rap group that's seen that transition. We was getting shows down south. Then it came to a point where, you know, their own market started playing their own artists, and you understand that. But now with down south artists, like a Boosie, Moneybagg Yo, they could do shows without even going to Europe. But like a New York artist, we got, say the markets again, Connecticut,
Jersey, New York, Buffalo, Philly.
right?
That's about it.
And that's, if you're A$AP Rocky or Joey Badass, you go overseas, right? And that's where the real bag's at.
Right, because 50 was on he was on Breakfast Club talking about the overseas touring, and he talked about how
But you gotta understand, for New York artists like A$AP Rocky is worldwide, Joey Badass is worldwide.
Yeah.
So them markets, cool, those are cool, but they'll be in Europe doing big festivals. A Boogie, big festivals. Dudes are overseas. So for a New York artist, you have to transition over there to go to the Londons and all that, because that's where the real bag is at. Wrong or right? When you really think about it, because what market does a New York artist really have? Because when we go to Atlanta, I done been in clubs in Atlanta. You're not gonna hear one New York record.
Yeah, you're right.
You're not gonna hear it.
Yeah, you're right.
I done been in a strip club. I've been in parties.
Well, that's
You
why I
ain't
think
gonna-
Atlanta's really endured
You
all
ain't gonna
these
hear
years.
one New York record out there.
Yeah, no, Atlanta's always been big at supporting their own.
Of course, and that's why, you know, they the wave. But they got dope artists. You know, you got Thugger, Gunna, you got Future, you got a lot of dope artists.
Yeah, you got Jermaine Dupri.
You know,
to start it all.
they back it up. So you can't shit on Atlanta. They like been doing their thing for years. I love it out there. It's just kind of crazy right now.